In lesson 1, we're going to focus on what a stock actually is and where they are created. Before putting your hard-earned money into stocks, it's always good to know what you're actually buying. The aim of this video is to give you the definition of the stock, explain why they exist in the first place, and if you still find it hard to understand, then you have access to us to ask any questions. We're always happy to help. Basically, stocks are created when owners, also known as shareholders of a company, need to raise money for expansion of their business. In a private business, sometimes it makes sense to make it available to the public. This means people can buy shares on the open market, also known as stocks or equities. Some shares even give voting rights to the shareholder to help them make decisions for the future path of the company. So, if you buy stocks at some companies, you may actually be asked to vote on the direction of the company. As the value of the company grows, the share price grows with it. Likewise, if the share price declines, so will the value of the shares. Typically, the cash generated through an IPO or initial public offering enables the company to hire people, build factories, explore markets, develop products, and a whole host of other functions. In the past, these shares were actually physical certificates bought and sold in a real marketplace, where owners of the stock would physically have to buy and sell share certificates from one person to another. These days, however, stocks are actually bought and held electronically on something known as a stock exchange. Once the shares are openly sold to the public on the stock market, it's up to the buyers and sellers of the stock to agree on the price. It's important to know that the stock market and buying stocks is based on supply and demand. If you want a stock and you want it to go higher, it needs to be in great demand, with very little supply. Likewise, if a stock's performing very poorly, there could be very poor demand for it, or it might be leading to bad business performance. Overall, the name of the game is finding companies that will do well so that you can own shares of that company and be rewarded by its growth. There are hundreds of ways to measure this, but for now, let's make sure that we focus on the basics. In our next video, we'll actually explain what the stock market is and eventually how to buy stocks for yourself online. Keep it simple when starting out. It's not a race. The stock market is an amazing place with unparalleled opportunity, but it can also be very risky. Before committing to buying something, make sure you know what you're getting. We hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment or question below this video. Make sure when building your first strategy that you know there's no holy grail and this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes a lot of time and learning and discipline. I'll see you in lesson 2.